I wanted to talk about a shamanic plant ceremony I did 6 years ago that changed the way I paint completely. In fact, changed my life, my relationships, everything. But before this, I want to give you a little bit of a background, and I'll just go like 15 years before, when a curator came to my house to choose a few paintings for an exhibition in Paris. And I used to paint more of a decorative kind of paintings and painting for others, thinking about what will work for them, what will bless their houses, and what will go well with their sofas and the design, and working with designers, and really neglecting and forgetting the dream I had when I started painting and when I started my formal education when I was 14. So the curator looked at my paintings and he said, Michal, why are you painting these? It's not who you are. So I asked him, who am I? And he said, it's so obvious. You belong to an ancient society from Egypt, from the pyramids. And I was like, what? I mean, you don't even know me. I mean, it's not something I even talk about. And he said, and he continued and he said, you are like a horse like a wild horse that is tamed, that is tied. And he was so right, because when he came to visit, I wanted to go to the bathroom and I was sitting like this because, giving my power away. And he said, you see, you didn't even go to the bathroom when you needed to. You are a tamed horse. And I was really shocked by what he said. And then I've started changing my painting. I started painting. He was invited me to do nude paintings for an exhibition in Paris. So I started painting goddesses and looking at women that were kind of voluptuous. And a few years later, an artist came to visit my husband, David Leviathan. And I couldn't believe this amazing artist came to visit us. And he looked at my paintings and he said, Michal, wake up. He said, do you want to be a slave of your mind, of your visions? Or do you want to be free and happy and enjoy life? So I went to learn from him for a while and to break out of the lines and to stand in front of a blank canvas, not knowing, not having a vision, not planning, because I used to take photographs, I used to have visions, I used to plan what I wanted, more or less. And so then I started to practice breaking out of the lines. And he said to me, you're not free, you're not yet free to be abstract. So I was practicing that. And at the same time, this is the time when the plant medicine entered our lives. My friends and men friends, they were talking about ceremonies they went to, taking this plant medicine, and they started talking about a goddess, a feminine spirit they met inside. And one of them was talking about how she was holding him, breastfeeding him, healing him. And it's like, this sounds like unreal. Wow. And at the time I was reading When God Was a Woman, and I was really thinking, feeling that we are kind of orphans, that we only have a father figure, but what about women? And what about this culture that was erased from our memories? So when they started talking about the goddess, and then my husband, he did it. He went to a ceremony, and when I opened the door, when he came back and I looked in his eyes, he was like, wow, welcome back. You're finally here, the man I've been waiting for. Because at that point in my life, I felt like I'm not really alive. Nothing is alive anymore. not our relationships, not my paintings, not anything. And I felt like I'm ready to die. I'm ready to die to what I was. And maybe even stop painting. I don't know. I'm ready for something else to happen.